I'm Jonathan from Potency.World, a revolution in girls' education. I'm here in my capacity as an interview host for Business Live Global. We're meeting another exciting entrepreneur or mover or shaker or game changer in the world and finding out what makes them tick and a favourite song which will play at the end of this short interview. There's only 10 minutes to go, so take your time now, have a listen. Maximizing space potential through client-centered design. I give you Cristina Lanz Azcarate. Cristina, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Tell the watchers and the listeners a little bit about yourself.
So my job is that of an architect. I have been working in the UK for 23 years as such, and I work closely with clients, either individuals or small businesses normally, to make their dreams a reality through my expertise and my experience.
And I met you at a Women in STEM and Construction event.
Yes.
And it's great that we're in a room of about 300 women who are all trailblazers. Why? So what do you think is the reason there isn't good representation in your sector of women?
So there are several reasons. One of the main reasons, with regard to architecture, for example, women get trained to become architects, but then as they progress in the career, their kind of personal aspirations and professional aspirations clash, and there is a moment in which many of them leave the profession because the profession has a lot of, let's say, non-healthy habits.
Yes.
That women are not happy to kind of
tolerate,
maybe, follow or tolerate.
Yeah.
With regard to the construction industry as a whole, there are several challenges. One of them is that there are not enough women who are actually doing the work, because those exist, as you saw, represented and being visible and talking about the work they do. And therefore, the next generations are not aware that these positions, not only they exist, but they are actually open to diversity, from all type of groups. So that's another one. And then, of course, historically, there have been a lot of also unhealthy habits that the construction industry has suffered from.
What do you mean unhealthy?
So the construction industry is the industry that has the highest male suicide in the country. And and this is to do with the pressure that individuals are put under. Very often, it could be due to, financial pressures, due to timing pressures, and in my experience, sometimes also due to a lack of understanding of people who are making decisions about the scope and programming of the work that is involved in the process of delivering a project. So therefore, the time frames that they are working towards are less than what it would be required, and because of this, the subcontractors and the individuals are put at a level of pressure that is really unhealthy. So generally speaking, they say that women are more aware of kind of how to manage with risks, situations with risks, and how to remove themselves from those situations. Whereas men are expected to follow the kind of established paths that have been laid ahead of them, and therefore they are less likely to step aside. Nowadays, thankfully, people are kind of speaking more openly about this, and there is more visibility about these kind of topics, and therefore there is less of a stigma for those men who choose to actually put their own health and their own family and well-being first above work.
So going back to attracting women and in fact all diverse communities and marginalized communities, what can we individually do to help?
So there are quite a few things that they can be done. So as companies can actually look realistically at what they need to do to adjust their methodology of delivering work in order to create a more welcoming environment. So flexible working, of course, but also considering mechanisms that exist in other industries, such as work share and other things. And as individuals working in the industry and the space, we can get involved with both mentoring programs to help the next generation and people who might be struggling in places where we were a few years ago, and also to go to schools. As I was saying earlier, many kids don't know about the opportunities that they are available. And the reason why this is important is because this industry in particular, STEM and construction, are solving problems that they affect 100% of the population.
Exactly.
And they are serving 100% of the population. And unless everybody is represented in the groups that they are actually making the decisions, some of the decisions might not be as intelligent as they could if somebody who is from a particular background is there to say, hold on, let's think about this. So
on that
that's why we have to. Yeah.
Yes, well, actually, on that very point, I was reading a post on your LinkedIn profile about being promoted to leadership roles when you have technical good work, and how you actually need to be trained how to lead and manage, as well as your technical skills.
Yes, this is another problem that is kind of limiting the career advancement opportunities for many people in the construction and STEM professions. Essentially, what is happening is you are so good at your job that you are promoted to the next level up, and the current framework only allows for the next level up to be a managerial position, which keeps you away from what you are passionate about, away from what you are good at, and puts you in a new position that you are not potentially trained for, and you are expected to gain those skills from thin air or osmosis, if the people you are learning from have been put in that position in the same manner and they don't have those skills, you are kind of perpetuating the bad practices. This is as well another one of the challenges that we are having to deal with.
So it's going to be great because we're going to publish this video. It's going to be on the Business Live Global YouTube site, and you can use it as you wish. I just want to get into your volunteering work before we close off with, speaking to potential customers out there. Tell me why the volunteering is important to you.
So I don't have children, but I do have many nieces and nephews, and they look different to me. And essentially, when they were 4, I had a conversation about a project I had just finished delivering, which was a tall building. And one of them, who was my blood, asked me why I was doing a boy's job. And this kind of made me realize that from the moment I was her age to the moment she became that age, and also the differences that each of us, the different life experiences that each of us have because of the way we look and the way the places our ancestry comes from, kind of had made her feel that was not a career path that she wanted to pursue. So I decided I wanted to give an opportunity to kids that they maybe like her, questioning why I was doing a boy's job, and actually open the door wide open for them, so that they felt that they were welcome, and not only welcome, but they could bring real value to the discussion.
Excellent. And like so many women like you that I've met, you are purpose driven, and that is something which considerably fewer men seem to have the ability to engage. So speaking to a potential client now who is having, what problems do people come to you with in terms of design and architecture?
So ideally, they come knowing that they want to do something, but they don't know how to put it in words, and let alone how to kind of physically represent it or reflect it. So, for example, it could be a small business that is thinking about transitioning. Transitioning could be from a food truck to the first pop-up, or from a pop-up to the first venue. This is a model that we have done multiple times. Or somebody who is thinking about setting up a business and they want help kind of giving it a shape, and thinking about how the use of a space could benefit and support the business. Or even somebody who has a thriving business that wants to set up a new location with a new concept. So that's one type of, well, various, but the commercial client.
Many. Listen,
and also,
sorry, I was going to say we're running out of time, and I can't even pronounce the name of the artist that you've chosen for the music. Can you tell me? TX?
Yes. So the song is called Choria Chori, which means a bird is a bird. And Mikel Laboa is the artist who sang the song, which is based on a poem by poet called Jose Anarse.
Okay. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. Not enough time. We'll have to do it again sometime. Cristina, have a great day. And women out there, you can join all the professions that exist. There is no male or female roles. So,
100%.
Cool. Thanks very much, Cristina. We'll see you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Ebaki banizkion neria izango zen, ez zuen alde egingo. Egoak ebaki banizkion neria izango zen, ez zuen alde egingo. Baina nonela, etzen gehiago txoria izango. Baina nonela, etzen gehiago txoria izango. Eta nik txoria nuen maite. Eta nik txoria nuen maite. Egoak ebaki banizkion neria izango zen, ez zuen alde egingo. Baina nonela, etzen gehiago txoria izango. Baina nonela, etzen gehiago txoria izango. Eta nik txoria nuen maite. Eta nik txoria nuen maite. La 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 la